I want to tell you a ghost story about 425 Washington Street in Columbus, Indiana. How you interpret this story depends on what you believe a ghost to be. Ghosts can mean many different things to different people. Opinions are shaped by culture, religion, and personal experiences. Are they flickering remnants of imprinted emotion left behind in time's wake? Perhaps echoes of unfinished business lingering in the cracks of reality? An ancestor watching over us from the shadows? Or maybe an interdimensional visitor crossing into our plane? Could they be symbolic manifestations of our deepest fears or grief? Or simply a trick of the mind replaying the past like a scratched record? Or are ghosts energy beings that pulse through the veil, perhaps quantum anomalies, blips in the fabric of existence? Whether they're here to guide us, warn us, or simply exist in the periphery, ghosts occupy that space in our fascinations where history, memory, and mystery converge. Ultimately, a ghost is whatever we dare to imagine. A glimpse of the unknown, haunting us, teaching us, or reminding us that we're never truly alone. After Viewpoint Books owner Beth Stro noticed a few odd occurrences at her new location, Chapter 2 at 425 Washington Street, she asked me to investigate, just like I had her other Viewpoint location down the street. I turned my longtime friend and Paraholics historical researcher Eunice Spector loose on this address, and she came back with a treasure trove of intriguing details. So I gathered some friends and equipment and met up with Beth and the building's owner, Caitlyn Richie, to discuss their experiences in the space.
I am Caitlyn Richie, and I am the owner of this building that we're in at 425 Washington.
Well, thank you so much for letting us do this today.
Mm-hmm.
So how long have you owned the building?
I purchased it in 2020, so about 4 years. Actually, like almost exactly 4 years right now.
It's probably safe to say that since then you've been here more than anyone.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Okay. And I've spent a lot of, because I not just owned the building, but I also had a store upstairs. So I've been in here a lot to work or, put stuff together, remodel, all of those things.
Keeping in mind the idea of spaces holding memories and so forth, would you say that in the time you've been here that you've ever thought that maybe there was something a little bit more that your space was trying to say to you?
Yeah, definitely. I think, and I've spent a lot of late nights here because I had 2 young children right after I bought the place. So a lot of my work time was in the evenings. And so I've spent a lot of time here alone, but not really feeling like I was here alone. But it's never felt like, I've never felt anything bad or it's always felt comforting to me. Except one time, there was one time that I felt like I needed to leave. There was somebody or something telling me that I needed to go. But yeah, I think that was the only time that I was like, this is uncomfortable.
Were you in a particular spot inside the building when that happened?
I was in the back, the kitchen area.
Okay.
What used to be the kitchen area, so storage now.
Okay. All right. Any other stories or experiences you can tell us about?
Yeah, there was one other time my son was here, and he was probably 4 or 5 at the time. Both of my kids were here, and they went up the stairs before me, and I was following them. And they got into the office where we have a monitor that can see the cameras that are around. And my oldest said something about the lady who just waved at me. And I was like, what are you talking about? Because we're the only people here. We were closed that day. And he said there was a person who just waved at you, and she had brown hair and she's wearing a white dress. And I even tried to watch it back on the cameras because they're supposed to record. So they should have recorded us when we walked through, but the camera didn't record anything at all in that time. So
What room was the camera in that was monitoring, like where he saw the woman?
The room that is right before you go up the stairs. So right in front of the
So still kind of the back half of the building.
Back half, yeah.
Caitlyn captured the following clip immediately after her son witnessed a woman in white waving on the security camera monitor in the back of the store.
So tell me what happened, what you saw.
I already told you that.
Tell me one more time.
Okay, so when you were right there, someone was right there, and then she waved at you. That's what I saw.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully today, through our explorations and questions, we'll capture something unique that'll connect, these experiences to the history of the building.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right. Thank you.
I am Beth Stro, and I am the owner of Viewpoint Books and now Viewpoint Books Chapter 2. We opened on June 6th of this year.
What's a beautiful store?
It's gorgeous.
Beautiful building.
It is. It is.
Why am I here today?
Well, like all old buildings downtown, there is the likelihood that there have been people here before us and their spirits might still be here. And we're looking to see if that's true.
Has there been anything odd or anything that you've noticed that you found different or interesting or anything like that?
I don't know whether it's my memory not working correctly, but occasionally there are things someplace other than where I expected them to be. And because so few of us work in this space yet, then yes, it's possible that things have been moved. I do hear sounds when I'm here late at night after the adjoining businesses are closed, and I can't tell exactly where they're from. Nothing seems threatening or scary. It's just there's some unexplainable things.
Regardless, all these buildings have a story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe at least today we'll get a glimpse into their story, and maybe these walls will talk to us.
That would be really fun.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you letting us have the opportunity to come down here and into the space and to explore and have some fun.
Thank you.
Before we go any further, let me take you on a journey through the history of 425 Washington Street, a space marked by both resilience and tragedy. In 1861, this location became home to the Wolf family and their butcher shop, Wolf's Meat Market. Michael Wolf, a city pioneer, built this space for his family and business. But in 1881, tragedy struck when Michael passed away at just 56 years old, right here in the family home. His wife, Elizabeth, was left to manage the business and rose to the challenge, becoming one of Columbus's most successful businesswomen. With the help of her daughters, she kept the market running, turning hardship into strength. Unfortunately, the home saw more sorrow. In 1911, their son William died upstairs at the age of 37. Then, in 1921, Elizabeth passed away after suffering a stroke and injuries from a fall in the back of the property. Despite these losses, the Wolf family legacy endured. Elizabeth's daughter Barbara briefly opened a woman's shop in the same space, assisted by her sister and niece, carrying on the family tradition. Their son, also named Michael Wolf, who lived in the rear of the property, refused to leave the old family home. As 425 Washington Street developed into a commercial space, a portion of the original house was preserved in the back so Michael could stay. He remained there until his death in 1942, when he was found sitting in his room, having been deceased for several days. Over the years, 425 Washington Street has continued to be a magnet for female-led businesses, with shops like Joy's Bridal and Ames Mercantile, and now Viewpoint Books Chapter 2 contributing to its rich history. The spirit of Elizabeth Wolf, a woman who faced immense tragedy but never faltered, seems to echo through time. We share these historical details with Caitlyn and Beth, which only deepens their connection to this space.
Well, and I think the neat thing is that, that was a woman business owner who, had a thriving business in this space, but treasured this space and as much, and then her family did too. And I know that's the way you feel about it, and I feel like it's a privilege to be able to be here in your space and to be another female business owner that's helping to support it. So it's kind of neat that there were that many women involved in it.
That's why when I learned that story, I was just like, of course that is how that happened. Yeah.
I didn't know that at all, so that's really neat.
We began the investigation downstairs, focusing primarily on the back half of the store, which once housed the Wolf residence. I was joined by Gene Caswell of the Jefferson County Paranormal Society and paranormal researcher Jason Wilkerson, also known as the EVP King. Beth, Caitlyn, and Eunice observed as we set out devices to measure the environment and conducted EVP sessions. EVP stands for Electronic Voice Phenomena, where voices not heard in real time are captured on a digital recorder and noted during audio review. Right away, 425 Washington Street reached out and started talking.
You don't need somebody in the back to watch any of the meters or anything, right?
No.
Okay.
So.
I remember that from past ones.
I cannot imagine what it must feel like to be an incorporeal being that hasn't been addressed directly in decades. And then, all of a sudden, strangers show up trying to communicate. It must have felt like an ambush. But as you'll see in the video, their willingness to communicate warmed up as the investigation progressed. Yeah, I hear that.
Just lit up until 42. What turns this red?
Which one turned red?
This one in front of me.
Put this on here.
Good afternoon. If there's anyone present here within this building, we'd like to communicate with you. Perhaps we already have. My name's Gene. I'm here visiting with my friends here. We don't mean any disrespect. Want to be like a carnival and ask you to jump through hoops, but it may be frustrating, but we'll ask you questions, so may be redundant. But it's our way to verify that we're communicating with you. Michael, are you here? You'd like to come forward? We'd like to listen to your story. Understand you were fond of this property and did not want to leave. Would it be fair to say you're still here? Ladies here have noticed someone here. Hope you appreciate what they've done with the store. Hope you appreciate what they've done with the store. Hope you appreciate what they've done with the store. Are you fond of any other locations here in Columbus? Can you name them? Are you fond of any other locations here in Columbus? Can you name them? What do you like to do? Are you fond of any other locations here in Columbus? Can you name them? What do you like to do?
This EVP really caught me off guard. It's the second time the Crump Theater has been mentioned in a session while investigating a location downtown Columbus. Recently, this happened during our investigation of the Bartholomew County Library.
Where'd be a good place to talk to you at? It'd be easier. What do you like to do in your time here?
If you see that blue light on the table, it's a yes, no answer device. I see it flashing a little bit. Are you manipulating that? Can you make it flash green? If that's you? Thank you. You may not be used to people coming in here trying to communicate with you, but Caitlyn owns the building, Beth works here, and we're just super curious because we love history, we love downtown Columbus, and we love the story of this space. You don't think we love the story of the space? Do you live in the back of the space, the back of the building? You know, those other instruments we've placed around the building are there for you to try to interact with. In all honesty, we're just trying to get confirmation of your presence here and see what we can learn from you. That's all we're ultimately trying to do.
Who's the lady in white? Who's the lady in white? Who's the lady in white? Is there a male presence here? Okay, we got something.
What did I say?
Was it green?
Was it green?
Now a red.
Oh, was it red?
Went green, then it went red. So did something else trigger it then? Wasn't very long. Is there a male presence here? I'll ask again. I'll ask again. I'll ask again. Okay, thank you.
If you don't mind me, I'm going to approach that blue light real quick. I'm just going to switch something. I think you'll think it's cool. Now try using that device.
Say, have you been here a long time?
Yes, yes. Did you hear it? Yes, yes.
Have you been here a long time? Holy cow.
What was the thing that said yes?
Oh, the that same yes no device has an audio feature on it, so I just flipped that on so
I see.
we'd be able to hear it.
Okay.
Was you giving affirmation that yes, you have?
Is that clicking in the back of the space?
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Yeah, I keep hearing the clicking, but then I'm wondering if it's like a water heater or something. Can I walk back here while I bother you? Am I invading your space? Do you not want to talk with us?
Do you want Gene to get out of that back room?
yes.
Okay. You want me to leave?
No.
No. Any way that you choose to make your presence known to be welcome. I got a noise right here. Thank you if that was you.
Are you hearing breathing back there?
Oh, shit.
Thank you.
Gene, are you hearing breathing back there?
Yeah, something.
Did you guys just see that happen?
Yeah.
That was interesting. So what did you feel?
My head's been screaming from right before we started. That high pitch that I get in the back of my head.
Yeah.
For whatever.
All right.
But yeah, some sort of noise. But back there, yeah, there was some noise when I asked for it. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, like a breathing.
And then it confirmed it on the Epic box.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And then at the same time, I think maybe Jason recorded something too. A breathing.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a noise there next to me, kind of unidentifiable.
All right.
But I'm pretty sure it wasn't like the water heaters or any of that. Most of those noises, no.
Yeah. So yes or no question here. Are you a member of the Wolf family? Are you associated with the butcher shop that was here? The old market?
Yes.
If you want to have a seat, like in there, Beth, maybe to be more comfortable talking to you than definitely Gene. My God.
God. Do you not want to talk to me?
Do you want to talk to me or Beth?
Do you like how the store has changed?
Yes.
Do you like it when we play music here? Do you like it when we play music here? Do you like it when we play music here?
I just heard like a real clear like
Yes. Yes.
no, and must be two. Oh shit, that scared me.
There's a voice now.
Was it?
Or that was a woman's voice. No.
They said no?
Oh yeah, it was a clear. That was a direct voice. That was not like an EVP. That was not through electronics. This is an incredible moment. It's rare to hear a direct, disembodied voice in real time. It's special to experience, but even more amazing to document. Jason was able to validate that the voice truly came out of thin air. Plus, it's hilarious that whoever is with us doesn't seem to enjoy the music in Chapter 2. Whose voice did we hear out here in the store? Who's the female that said no? Does this wear you out? Trying to talk to us? I always feel that it's more us versus you. We're just so limited in our ability to be able to hear your voice. That's why we use all these electronics.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Thank you. Okay, well, we're gonna go upstairs. Thank you. Excuse me. From the interactions we had with our field devices, the EVPs we've recorded, the disembodied voice, the clicks, the knocks, and the direct voice we heard with our own ears, it felt like we were definitely getting intelligent responses. So we then decided to move upstairs, and the messages kept coming. Still picking up 3 of those spots up here, so that's pretty good. One right here. This will be the desire. This will be the desire. If anything fluctuates, it's gonna feel like that too. Alright, you guys. For our next and final experiment, we used a piece of tech called Prism. Prism is designed for real-time communication with entities. It was created by my friend, audio scientist Joshua Sean, PhD. Prism works by recreating frequencies in a unique digital process to create a sound palette where communication can occur. It uses proprietary algorithms to eliminate spectral noise and distortions, making it conducive for speech to propagate. Prism is completely free of external interference. No radios, no internet, no word banks. It's self-contained, which helps reduce false positives. You got all that? And just to note, I recorded this Prism session directly to eliminate environmental sounds, while also capturing the session with a microphone placed in the room, allowing you to hear our questions and experience Prism as we did in the moment. Hello?
No.
You mean like in current time?
Yes, this is like real-time communication.
Okay.
And sometimes it can get real conversational.
Huh.
So, I know it'll take you a second. I know it'll take you a second to figure out how to speak through that.
Test. Testing?
Are you testing this?
Yes. Do you like this new device? You can hear yourself?
What was that?
The beeping?
Yeah.
This.
Are you over by G?
What, please? Can you use this device? It's different. Yes, it's different. We can hear you live now. You're welcome.
This device is called Prism.
Are you impressed with it? You're welcome. May I ask who we're speaking with? What entity?
Huh? I thought I heard like a full phrase.
It wasn't off this, between this and that.
Huh?
Because it was talking when it came back over.
Do you not have any? Are you not impressed with this? Think it's ridiculous?
Can you say one of her names?
Are you there?
No.
Where'd you go?
Hello?
Is whoever said it's ridiculous missing with the laptops?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
You made me smile.
And just like that, we experienced an unexplainable battery drain on the device that runs Prism. This is common in paranormal research. There are theories as to why this happens, but nobody can say conclusively. But regardless, it is frustrating. Luckily, I was able to get things plugged back in and running in spite of the sass out of the ether in that moment, and we continued the session. Can you say your name? Can you say one of our names? Do you know the name of the lady that has the bookstore downstairs?
Yeah.
Huh?
I did say Beth just a second ago.
Beth? Do you know, can you say the lady's name that owns the building? What's her name? What's the name of the lady that owns the building? Caitlyn? Did you just say Caitlyn?
It sounds close.
No.
No? Forgive us.
You know the name of this store now?
How many people are here trying to talk through this right now?
Yes.
Communicate? Is there anyone from the Wolf family here? Who? What? James? Who's James?
Who's James?
You said James again? What's the name of the city that we're in?
It said, no, it's James who owns the building. James. Full sentence. It says, no, it's James who owns the building.
Upon hearing that Elizabeth Wolfe may be present, we suddenly started getting responses referring to James or Jim Voles. Ironically, Jim Voles is who Caitlyn bought the building from. It seems the spirits are trying to sort out the history of their own space.
No.
Secretary James on the building?
That's what I was going to say. That's how I I think it looks like Jim who I bought this building from, his full name is James.
Did you own the building when Michael died? Did you say? Did you say poor Michael? Did that just say poor Michael? What was Michael's last name? Still the bull's not clear. What?
Come on, fell off the stair, off the steps.
Yes, Caitlyn, yeah.
Are you talking about Elizabeth?
Did I hear a noise out here?
Yeah, I feel like I've been here. I'm just out there.
Did she fall down the stairs?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
What happened to her hip?
Mom's something. It just said mom's.
Great.
How many spirits are in this building?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Do you have any message or anything that you'd like to tell us? 'Cause I know Caitlyn's here, who owns the building. Beth, who has the bookstore. What? Do you have a message for them?
Friendship? Friendship?
Well, they do appreciate you being so friendly, I can tell you that. So Caitlyn's son saw a woman in a white dress. Who did he see? In a white dress here in the building.
Yes.
Who was it?
Yes.
Caitlyn. You have a message for Caitlyn?
Kate.
Kate?
Yes.
You say something about Beth? Did it say your name?
Sound what did it say?
Where do you primarily like to be at in the building? Well, do you have a message for us?
All the work you do.
Yeah, that'll work sometime.
All the work you do, or all the work you do.
Yeah, that'll work sometime.
All the work you do, or
For someone like me, this moment is incredibly significant. After years of exploring instrumental transcommunication, this might be the first time I've ever had an entity directly ask me about the kind of work we're doing to connect with them. It's clear, especially with methods like Prism, that we're making real progress in establishing intelligent communication with something beyond our understanding. The fact that we have their attention and that they seem impressed is remarkable.
I want to know if they want me to stay the owner of the building.
You said yes. You want Kate to keep the building? That's pretty clear. Yes? Said it again. It gravitates. Well, we appreciate your willingness to communicate with us. We appreciate this building too. Are you happy? Alright, well, we're gonna shut this off.
got a really high Wi-Fi sign right there.
Really?
Yeah, super high.
So there you have it, my ghost story for 425 Washington Street. How you perceive it is entirely up to you and your personal definition of what a ghost is. But based on my experience, considering the electronic voice phenomena, the electromagnetic interference we documented, the disembodied voices, the environmental shifts we felt, and the intelligent responses we received through our instrumental transcommunication sessions, one thing is clear. Respect brings respect from our environments and from those we encounter. Are there ghosts at 425 Washington Street? From my perspective, absolutely. But they aren't here to scare us. What I encountered were spirits deeply connected to this space. They're not haunting it in a traditional sense. They're cultivating its history and crafting the present with care, concern, and even friendship. It feels like they're as much part of the space today as they were in their own time. They remind us that the past is never too far away, and the legacy of those who lived here still matter. And, like them, we should think about the mark we'll leave behind. Oh, one more thing before I let you go. Remember how I said I recorded Prism directly? Well, upon reviewing the audio, I stumbled across one response that was not heard in the room during the live Prism session. It's a message that I feel was important for all of us to hear. The message is from none other than Michael Wolff himself.
Okay.